Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmate. I am Cleo and P. Karen. For today, we are going to discuss about electronic security measure. Electronic security measure is refers to the any electronic equipments that could perform security operation like surveillance, access control, alarming or an intrusion control to a facility or an area which uses power from main and also a power backup like a battery and each. Concept of electronic security or e-security transcend beyond the ambit of traditional security or the idea of putting physical controls and policy provision to avoid privilege or loss of physical assets and other forms of measures. Using the security to a business on home which can help to protect your assets on your business or equipment. As we know that the crime rates are increasing day by day. So most people are usually not feeling comfortable until they provide a new for until they provide a more further security. Either it may be at the office or home. So we should choose a better electronic system for for securing purposes. Next is we define a different meaning of e-security. E-security has grown to mean a lot of different things. Out fundamentally, it refers to protecting a site and its data against malicious or accidental damage. According to Davis and Beramiti 2003, e-security is referring to a set of procedure, techniques, and safeguard designed to protect the hardware, software, data resources, unauthorized access, use, modification, or tip. And according po ni report ang Jaworski 2004, ila pong gidefine ang e-security. E-security in the world of e-commerce or e-business is referring to the ability of system to prevent illegal or inappropriate use of a data and deter hackers. Dayon sa the last is Vicky Jaworski 2004. Ang ilang gidefine po nga ang security daw is a broad term that encompasses several currently distant market segment. Akaring security is muna siya ang the cheapest prevention measure to protect your business and personal assets. Na even intellectual property being under strict non-disclosure disclosure condition. In simple word, it is will protect you from both external and internal theft. Security management solution is consists of a diverse set of hardware, software, and services for managing intrusion event, uncovering non-software vulnerabilities, and automating the distribution of software patches. Security management solution is in security provision in the world e-commerce or e-business is not as simple as provision of physical protection against loss or lives and lives or physical property as in the case of the typical brick and mortar businesses. The technique nature of the threats of e-commerce or e-business organization is requires new technologies and systems that need to be constantly upgraded to meet the needs of a secure transaction environment. It because the internet itself is wide open and that threats to internet security are no ordinary types or uneducated or individuals concerned for privacy and security cannot be compromised. Classes of concept security. According to Snyder 2014, consider computer security as the protection of assets from unauthorized access, use, alteration, or destruction. Is either physical or logical. Physical security includes provision of tangible protection devices such as alarm, guards, fire front doors, security fence, safes or vaults, and bomb-proof building. Physical security is the protection of building site and equipment and all information and software contained therein from the tip, vandalism, natural disaster, man-made catastrophes, and accidental damage. For example, is from electrical surge and extreme temperatures and spilled coffee. It is important to keeping your facilities, people, and assets safe from real-world threats. Logical security includes protection of assets using non-physical means such as intangible security protection against data and other forms of information. A logical security is the use of software and system to control and limit access to information. For example, is antivirus and software, then password and encryption. Next is the aspect of categorizing computer security. There are three, which are secrecy, integrity, and necessity. Carrying secrecy is to protecting against unauthorized data disclosure and ensuring the authentic of the data source. Ang kari pong secrecy, kay mo po ni siya ang the best known of the computer security categorizing. Mo ni siya ang the action of keeping something secret or the state of being kept secret. The next is integrity. Ang kanang integrity is nagpampo siya to preventing unauthorized data modification, which is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principle, mood, and uprightness. The last is necessity. Necessity is also known as denial or service. A necessity is preventing data delays or denials or removal. Muna siya ang the fact of being required or indispensable. Responsibility and security. The provision of security measures on the e-commerce or e-business platform is both personal and institutional responsibility. Ang personal responsibility is security aspect for the information technology infrastructure covering both hardware and software. This is because online user or individual parties are directly or indirectly involved e-commerce or e-business transaction should exercise due prudence and care to protect online transaction from internal intrusion or intervention that may result to damages or costly experience for both parties, the e-business merchant and the online clients. Next is institutional responsibility is being a matter of personal responsibility, electronic or online security. Because online merchants or any other lost computers, particularly those connected through LAN or WAN, have to see to it that hardware or software to be protected. As some of the contents in the company's databases are considered private or confidential and accessible only to authorized parties, and much more than simply providing security words to protect confidential database. Security is extremely important to avoid unauthorized businesses transaction resulting to fraud or any other scheme depriving both sellers and buyers of benefits they deserve and the monetary as well as others forming of losses brought about by breach of security. E-business security concern Napper Jude et al. 2001 cite several aspects of computer security that should be addressed by considered past parties. The following questions or issues are: how secure is the server software? Security should be in the place to prevent any unauthorized remote plug-on the system. The IT infrastructure should be something that is extremely difficult to make changes to the server software. The servers themselves should be located on a physical secured environment. So, next is how secure are the communication? Options should be fully secured and protected, seeing to it that payment are made to the right to the right parties. Customer credit card information and other sensitive data that are being transmitted across the internet must be protected. See how is the data protected? One, it is delivered to the e-business. D, how are credit and transaction authenticated and authorized? It concerned with the process used in verifying the transaction, ensuring that the right party is served, and whether or not there are credible means of authenticating the parties being served. In table 35, the general security issues that e-business must consider. Makita nimo diri ang mga issue nila da ilang mga comment about sa issue. Sa issue nga connection to the internet, ang comment is private computer networks are at risk from potential threats from anywhere on the public internet network. Motos lang comment sa connection to the internet. Sa issue na po sa unknown risks, ang comment po nila is new security hole or methods of attacking network are being discovered with alarming frequency. Dahil sa issue po nga customer privacy and security of customer information, ay lang comment po ana is not only must step be taken to protect the privacy of customer information, but customer must be made aware of those steps and have confidential in them. Sa issue na po sa security consciousness, ila pong comment is management and employees must understand the importance of security policies and procedure. Password provision. At the individual level, security concern in e-commerce or e-business platform could be addressed by way of adopting a password system. Karing sa figure 11-18, password are used for security reason. They are stored in encoded form. Diri mo na diri ang gipakita diri kung ang password, how a password is used or applied for online business scheme. So nakita ninyo diri sa figure nga from the user i-enter ang password, dayon to server, dayon encode the password, down to read encoded password, dayon nasa kilid is encoded password file, dayon sa kaya sa read encoded password na sa ubos na is match iyang itugma kung imuha ba na or dili. Kung imuha to kuanin mo siya og grant access, then kung dili is deny access. Password or codes is the most common and basic provision among e-commerce e-business organization. The password scheme requires users to log in to identify who is trying to access a website or part of the website. To attract potential buyers online, some websites allow unsecured areas of the website to be accessible to anyone, but there are areas where login password is required to further pursue the web visit, whether the effort eventually leads to a business transaction or something that may be aborted by either party. When attempting to access a secure area, customers are presented with a screen that requires a user's ID or login and a password. At this stage, the user or prospective buyers may be had to divulge some personal information like physical address, email address, and even telephone number. After including the appropriate password and other information required, a customer can access confidential account information. For example, is order status, shipping address, and payment information. And that's all. Thank you.